Hello, hello, hello. I am back with more cards because there you go. I don't give up. I'm not going to give up. You guys have been amazing with your comments and your encouragement, and you've inspired me. So I'm doing another one. It took me a while to figure this one out because I really did want to use this die, and I couldn't quite get with my, I already bought my inspiration. But I have got it. I dug up this paper. This is an old authentic kit. I'm not kidding you guys. This is, gosh, 8 years old at least, give or take. I mean, this goes back in the day. I mean, way back in the day. So I have two of them. One I haven't cracked open, and this one I started cracking open last year for Valentine's video. So that's how long I've been going on. Now that I think about it, gosh, I've had this channel for a year because I've been doing this since last year. Wow, that's something. Anyway, so I want to use this one. I'm gonna use this big one. So, and I was trying to get away with an A2, and there's no way I could do an A2 with this little guy, but I don't want to use this little guy. I want to use this one because it's pretty. So I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with a square one, 5.5 by 5.5. You know, because that will give me. I know it'll give me the space, and I can use up this paperwork, and it's so cool. So it's going to be kind of a masculine-y, feminine, you know, but it's going to be bold. It's going to be bold. I'm going to use the red. I had to run and make a Hobby Lobby run, but it was nothing exciting. So I may or may not do an adventures in shopping, but I had to get some of this paper, and I went ahead, and the paper was on sale. So I picked up another package of the white, which is what I use a lot in my card bases. So, and I hemmed it hot, and I got the lighter weight, and I'm thinking maybe I should have rethought that strategy and got the heavier weight, and I may go back and get the heavier weight, or wait until the next sale. What the heck, you know, it'll be on sale in another week, okay? So there you go. But anyway, let me get started. So let me go ahead. Let me cut down my card base, this down to 5.5 square, and this is going to be a base panel. And then we're going to be cutting out, that's what it's going to be part of the decoration. This is going to be cut out of this. You know me, I can't leave it solid, so I have got to cut this out of this, and then we will lay this on top of it, and that's as graphic a description I can give you right now. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. And, of course, I made a mistake. What a surprise, right? Okay, but I want you guys to see how well I made use of that paper. But Dingbat here cut the larger heart right there out of the corner. Great, wonderful, there was plenty of room. The one I needed to cut out in red was this one. Oh, it was just like, oh. So we will save that. I don't know, maybe we'll put it on the inside of the car. I don't know, but we will have to use it because this goes mounted on this. So it's going to be the two layers. I'm such a dingbat. So I found another scrap, and I went ahead and die cut this one out. And then because there's space here, I went ahead and cut out a key, one of the keys. And then for the corners, which I'm thinking I'm going to put inside on the inside of the card, we're going to see. I haven't decided because I'm also thinking of using a piece of the scrap of this. So we'll see when I get here, because I'm trying to make this, you know, almost to where it's not overly frilly. So it could be for a guy too. So we will see how I go. But being compelled, I was trying to be good. Because I go, I need to just get these cards done. So I need to try to simplify them a bit and not do my usual, oh my God, oh wait, let me do this. And oh wait, let me do that. And oh wait, I had to do this. So I decided suddenly I want to make it a shaker. Just this little element. How much harm can there be in that? And I'm like, yes, let's do it. Grab my acetate and measure. Okay, here's a heart. Okay, we're cutting. And then I realized I don't have a die to cut out the inner heart because I'm a dork. So guess what we're doing? We're going to hand cut it. Yes, because I am that level. I'm insane. But I want to show you guys how I do, because I realized, oh, this is doable. It may take a couple of minutes, but it's doable. So I just centered. You can tell I'm just holding with one hand. I'm not even holding, although I could put a couple of pieces of tape, but I'm going to be cutting through the tape. It doesn't make really a heck of a, you know what? Let's give it a whirl. Let's put a couple of, you know, little pieces of washi here to hold it, but, you know, I'll be cutting through them. But it might make it easier to cut, so to do my thing. So let's do that. So we'll put that one in, and then we'll just put them out here in the corner. And let's see. I may struggle a little bit less. Let's find out. Okay, so now, actually I can't. So I can hold this in a more relaxed manner. So now, all I'm going to do is I'm grab my scissors. I'm not even grabbing, you know what? Let's grab my favorites, my little guys. Okay, so all I'm going to do is cut, follow the shape of the heart, you know, just on the inside. I want to stay incoming. No, you watch him. Back to the fish. Yeah, he's back to the fish tank. And I've kind of blockaded him now with debris, so I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. But anyway, as you can tell, oh, here. We'll hold that. It actually is, the tape does actually help. I'm going to say that. So that's something for you guys. If you're ever in a pinch and you need to cut a shape, you know, like to do this, like to do the acetate panel on a shaker, well, here you go. Here's your trick, peeps. But there we go. I mean, I'm getting this done in really in short order. This isn't hard at all. I'm just trying to stay just inside because I need to remember leave room for tape. Although, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to grab my 16th inch, excuse me, my 1/8 inch tape to do this one. I'll put it right on. I'll probably put it on the inner edge here. I'm not going to put a lot of shaker bits. I have to decide what I am going to put in there, though. And there you go. And that's all she wrote, peeps. I got that done pretty quickly. Ah. Is it going to work? Is it going to fit? It's going to work. It's going to fit. Okay, so now we're going to grab, let's see, where's my tape? We're going to grab this, the little tape. Although, you know what? I'm going to go on a leap of faith. I'm going to grab the Nouveau because that dries a little faster. And although, I don't know, this might be, you know, it's like, okay, I want it to dry a little faster so I don't have to wait for it. But then, you know, am I going to have time to get this, you know, drawn all around? Let's see, we're about to find out how great an idea this was, okay? But my first instinct was quicker drying glue for this. Okay. And where's my heart? Here's my heart. Whoops, see, look, there's I gotta make sure, well, no, it doesn't matter really here. It's when I put in, where'd my heart go now? There we go. Come here, Fido. And there we go. Very good. I'm gonna squish that a little bit. I think I went a little bit off the edge there. You can't even tell. Because, look, it's transparent. Okay, so we can put the tape back. I didn't have to use it after all. Alrighty. So I got this panel. So this panel is now actually ready. I'm gonna give this a few minutes to dry. So this panel is now ready to be on the card. This card I'm gonna do side fold. Just because, although I'm really, really sorely tempted to do it tent fold too, because they're easier to display if somebody wants to display the card. Okay, I've decided. We're going with tent fold. I'm gonna put that. And it's okay. I will trim this little bit off. Always make sure, one of the things I was gonna say, what I was saying, I interrupted myself, was when you're cutting separate pieces of paper for the same project, use the same trimmer. Don't, okay, I'll use a little one right now, because then I'll use the big one for the bigger cuts. No. Use the same trimmer so that way they are measured out the same. Okay, so for this one I went and I used my Caterpillar all the way, totally all the way. See, I still have a little tiny smidge in there. Come here. There we go. Okay, so I mean literally 2 stringies. Okay, now we're good to go, I hope. So now I've got these 2 pieces. I have got my shaker card. I have this panel can now go down, except for I need to do one more step. Hang on, because where is it? I had to mount a major search and rescue looking for this die, because I want to do right here, because I am insane. I am some kind of a nut. I want to do, it's just down the side, just a side panel right here. So I want to do that in probably the same color cream, I think is what I'm going to do. And then with that on top. And I think we're going to be good. Because I don't want to do it in the red. There's going to be a lot Although, I don't know. What I may do is cut one out of the cream and one of the red and decide which I like better. Okay? So give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, hello there. So I cut both, but I have settled already even before I came on camera. Although, that would be a cool thing to do is, no, it's not going to be a cool thing to do. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I usually have a tendency of covering background paper. You know what? We're going to keep it simple, stupid. And let's not get crazy because I trust me, I've got that covered very, very, very well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, do I lay down? Yes, I'm going to lay down this pattern. So let's get this pattern paper down. And, oh, look, here's my favorite thing in the world to do. Centering it. No, no, no. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. Oh, my goodness, me of little faith. I didn't do too bad a job. Okay, what I'm going to do now, what I want to do is I definitely want to give it, I want to make it even, and I hate lining stuff like this up even less than I like lining, centering on a square or a rectangle or whatever. So I'm going to cheat and bust out a pencil and do I want a 1/2 inch? So I think I decided I wanted to give it 3/4 of an inch, but that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to draw me a line that I can see that I can erase later. Or just cover. There we go. Now, the question of the hour is, how am I going to glue this down? And do I want it to go this way or do I want it to go that way? That was the other thought. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. But then if I do that, then I've got to move it over even more. No, I'm going this way because that was how I decided it. It decided it in the first place. Do I want to do glue? And you know what? Shoot. I've already now applied the panel, which means I knew I needed to do something first. And that was it. I have to trim it. So I've just added a level of difficulty to the trimmage because I'm a dork. So don't forget that, guys. When you do something like that, put it down on the panel and trim it off first and then glue the panel onto your card base. Yes. But guys, if I don't make a mistake at least once in the video, y'all are going to think something's wrong. She's, oh my gosh, what's wrong with her? Is she on drugs? They're experimenting on her somehow. Oh my goodness. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to use the fast drying glue, but I'm not, you notice I don't go all the way to the edge because I don't want it to be glued down because I'm trimming it off. But I'm just going to go here. I'm going to leave the loopy parts to not glue. I just want to go on the edge. I want to make sure that whole edge and then the center of this doily. I really like this, and this is straight from a diamond press. I'll show you and I'll tell you in a second, but I'll for sure list it in the description down below. I don't know where it is. I'm kind of looking at it while I'm wasting time and letting glue dry because that's how I roll. And I just want to do it a quick centering. But it's so much easier when I have a line to go, just to put it onto. There we go. So yeah, this was a good idea. This part was a good idea. The bad idea was to not have trimmed it first. Where are these little guys have some, you know what? Hello. I know which has even smaller blades. I think it's these little guys. My little embroidery snippers. So shh, don't tell anybody that I'm using embroidery snippers on paper. But it'll make my life easier. There we go. Because it gets right in down there. Come on. Ooh, do. There we go. Okay. Not too bad. No harm, no foul. Sweep that up and then I'll vacuum later. I'm going to let that dry for a second and we're going to come back to our friends here, the wannabe, because now it's all nice and dry. So I will now grab, hang on, right behind me. I do have it handy. I know exactly where it is the appropriate 1/8 inch foam tape. Come on. There we go. Thank you. There's one that's small. Yeah, this one's more used up. I'm going to be needing some more of this soon. And I got this on Amazon. So, and I'm just going to grab it and let's see if, hopefully, sometimes it's just not worth the trouble of trying to bend it around. So I tend to sometimes, especially on curves, is just cut it. Come here. There we go. Pull out enough so that I can work with. As long as you meet the joint. Although now I'm kind of regretting that cut because can you see it? Yes. So don't listen to me. Just turn the dang thing. Or trim. I mean, you know, it depends. It's just I find this to be such a pain in the butt. And I'm lazy. And there you go. So I make it, you know, and being lazy, I just make it hard for myself. You know, because that makes a heck of a lot of sense. So let me try to grab the tweezers and put it back in place. There we go. Well, it's just not wanting to be cooperative. So I'm going to have to be careful with that little section right there. But I just want to go around and do the sides so that my shaker bits don't stick to it. Not that I'm going to put that much down in here because really it's not super visible. You're not going to really be able to see. You'll know they're there. So, but not by a huge margin. Okay, where is my little container that I have around here? It is my container of shaker bits. What do I want to use? Never mind. Interesting. All right. Although I should have, hang on. No. Come back. I think we're going to use these shaker bits because all I'm going to use is a pinch. That will give me that burst of color. Lots of red. Okay. Oh, you know what? And I took this heart out from the, there we go. You know what? Let's see. Can I add? I don't think it's going to be noticeable, but since I'm overloading it already, what the heck? Let's grab a couple of the open ones that are, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now, there's bigger ones here, but I want some of the smaller ones. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's it. No more. I'm going to take this big one back. I don't take all the big ones back. I just want the little ones. There we go. A couple more here. There we go. Okay. I'll pick up my mess in a minute. It's like an explosion, a bomb of sequins. The only thing worse could be glitter. That would have been, oh. I remember at Christmas, I forget what my sister did or what they decorated, or Sydney ran around, and I don't know, my niece, what she did, but man, it looked like a bomb, a glitter bomb went off. And you know how glitter is in carpeting or anything. When it's down, you'll be vacuuming up glitter for the next millennia. We gotta line up that one, and we're gonna commit. Woohoo! So you can see a little bit of shaker action. You know it's there. I know it's there. There's a little bit of added sparkle behind the scenes. And there you go. So now we are ready to put our little heart guy There's a little bit of overlap, not as much as I wanted. See, I should have brought him in a little bit further. And now I really wish I hadn't used glue because I have no choice. He is staying before I do anything. Also, let me remove my pencil mark. Oh, boy. Okay. So I wonder, you know what? I'm going to put him here off to the side, and then we're going to figure out, we're going to put a sentiment or something right there. Or, hey, how about this, guys? I knew I had them for something. And just put, I'm going to put them even all the way off right here. And that fills up the space a bit. And it'll look, you know, like when the cat falls out of the bed. I meant to do that. There you go. See, necessity is the mother of invention. And that key that we had no idea what we were going to do with it. Although I'm not so sure about the key. I'm not so sold on the key. We will see. My ring is all twisted over. But we are going to, I think this is what I'm going to do. Yep. I'm committed to that course of action. away we go. Ah! And there's always a fat finger right there to get in the way. There we go. Oh, yeah. And now hang on, let me pick up my puddle first. Because I have narrowly averted disaster. Okay. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to put there. I know. I have thought of it. Yes. So let's get our heart down first. I know. I have a million of them hanging out here from between all the card kits. I could. I don't want to center it because I should never put this down. Because now I'm committed. And we are going to make this work. Now, is it crazy that I want to pop it up a little bit? Am I completely nutsoid? Yes. Don't answer that question. You guys already know the answer. I'm just going to put some foam tape behind here. Oh, wait. I knew I'd spotted that earlier and I'd forgotten to take them out. There we go. And a little P-slit there. We're just going to use the skinnier, or not so, he's not skinny because he's 1 inch wide, mind you, but you know what I mean. It's not as dimensional. It's a little bit flatter. I think it's the word I'm looking for. There we go. Yay. Isn't that cute? Okay. We will now take this tape off real quick. Come on. Oh my God. Okay. And we're going to center it up and down so that it looks like I intended on doing what I did. And I did. I needed to have brought this over. I needed to have made it over 1 inch. So that will be... So just pay attention to what I say, guys, and not what I do if you do something like this. But that's okay, because we're going to make it work. Okay, so we got that down. Now, give me a minute. I'll be right back with the solution to my crisis. All right. Crisis averted solution. And this is it. I went ahead and I die cut those words out. I had a little die from one of the sets that I've gotten from Amazon. And it says, you can see it much clearer here. Happy Valentine's Day. And that's what we're going to use to fill that space. And I did take a moment. I actually had to undo the heart die. And I moved it up a little bit so that this would actually work. And I'm really pleased. I mean, actually, it could stay like that and be plain. But I'm still going to go ahead and put the Happy Valentine's Day right there. And it will be a Valentine's card. And there you go. So I'm going, you know what? Let's see what happens if I don't want to use glue. Because what if I change my mind? I'm almost changing my mind. But no, I'm gonna stay committed. Never mind. Let me grab the littler glue. And let me just make my usual puddle. And my tweezers, and we're just going to literally, we're literally flying by the seat of my pants because I just realized that, yeah, I should have maybe lined it up or really got a visual on this, but it's okay. This is kind of like, remember I say this, there are no mistakes. They are just opportunities for creativity. So I'm going to put the happy right here. Are you straight? That's the important part of that. Happy, be straight. Oh my goodness. I'm going to lay that down to glue again. See, this is why I work with tweezers and not my hands. Because it'll stick. It wants to stick to my hand. I know he's dreaming. Oh my gosh, you hear the dog over here. He's like, you could tell. It's so funny. Okay, let me lay down a little bit more glue. And we'll pick up Valentine's. And I just cut this out of that same, scraps of the red. And since I was literally cutting it out of scraps, I just cut all 3 layers out of the same paper, and the heck with it. Normally I would not do that, but I was working with scraps. So I'm like, I can make this work. I'm going to pull this out. No, a little bit this way. There we go. Just. And then let's get our day done. That little bit left of the puddle. Get that right there. And there we go. Finito. I'm done. I'm tired. Stick a fork in me. As much creativity as I could plow out on a busy Friday. I'll be work early because I had a doctor's appointment. And where? Oh, here it is. Here's my little cloth. All right, peeps. There you go. Here is another winged it using some of my dies here on my collection of stuff that I have. And I used, 2 different sets. So I used, obviously, this from Spellbinders, from Samantha Walker, the lace hearts. And and this one from Diamond Press, which is this is the gardening one. Is this one of the ones where it doesn't give me a name of the kit? It is one of the ones that doesn't give me the name of the kit, but that's where I pulled this one. I keep remembering, I have a kit there, and I know I have one that's like a little lacy border, and I know it's a Diamond Press. So I will find this one, and I will link you down below to both of these. This one I got on one of those clearance sales from Spellbinders. I believe it's still available, but just watch for it. It comes up. You know what? And this is one of the ones I paid more than I normally would because I really, really wanted it. And I'm glad. I'm really, now that I used it, I was able to do a shaker. I'll be able to do other things with it. This was just a quickie card. So I'm like, yay, we are done. And I'll figure out later. I'm just tired. So I'm not going to worry about decorating it now. I'm pooped. So, on that note, I'm going to leave you guys. Thanks a lot for hanging around with me. If you enjoyed this, got a laugh out of all of my antics, give me a thumbs up, drop me a note, say hey. And if you want to see more of this madness, because you need that to feel better about yourself, saying, oh my God, I'm not half the screw up she is. Then by all means, subscribe, people, because I'm there for you, all right? And as always, do not forget, we are all a little mad here. Some of us farther gone than others. So let's craft the madness together. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.